functionality in a way that to display a number of accounts, will display list of accounts. On select of any account will display the related contacts to them. Our related
Yeah.
contacts are more details about that particular account. Okay. In
Yeah.
this case,
Yeah.
okay, let me do that first. Apex slash accounts display. It's my page name that I'm going.
Okay.
So let me write my controller.
Yeah.
Controller accounts. If you can observe, I'm not writing a standard controller in this case, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can write standard controller and just wanted to show an example. So
Okay.
public, if it is a more account, then it is a list of
Yeah.
accounts and the property. So as I said, this doesn't have any, this have a default constructor will load the first, for a very first time when page loads.
Yeah.
So whatever you need to do your data setup, here only.
Okay.
Accounts equal to select id, comma name, comma rating, comma phone from account. Okay, this is my one thing.
Yeah.
Link account selected account. Whenever I select any account, I need to get that account. Okay,
Yeah.
so here let me write a method public void selected account. So here, okay, anyway, I'll complete this method after writing that part. Then we'll understand that.
Yeah.
We have a page block table called Apex page block table,
Okay.
which is like a data table. We have a page block table available, and we have usage too.
Okay.
But I'll go with my standard process. I'll go everything inside form.
Okay.
Page block and controller. Page block title accounts. Instead of page block, okay, here also we have a page block. Here we can see a page block table, right?
Yeah.
Page block table, inside we have a counter. So let's say here in our case our data is accounts. Our data is
Account.
accounts. So here item your value, your field, each iteration.
Okay.
Columns, rating,
Yeah.
phone, name. You got the data, right?
Yes.
Now the only problem here is if I click here Salesforce, then how can I get to know I clicked on Salesforce only?
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
We need to trace. Whenever I click, I need to track that event in a way that, hey, user selected Salesforce. Now
Okay.
here, to do that functionality, we'll write, let's say, we have, let's say, instead of value here, instead of value, apex column column apex command link value equal to, I'll say, item dot name. Now you can clickable. These are clickable right now,
Yes.
but header gone.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, so if we click, it will go to other page.
No, we are not supposed to go other page. We need to support to toggle here. Whenever I select, I need to toggle the checks.
Okay.
Okay, let's say here we have a apex facets. There is a concept called facet.
Okay.
Apex. If there is no header value for you, if there is no header value, you can use this.
Head. Okay. Face it.
Apex facet will give a header name. Here you can see it was header name is not available. The reason behind, before you are using column value equal to same, so it is inheriting a property from an object. Now we move to command link, column is blank. So here we need to use facet header equal to account name.
Yeah.
Header equal to account name. Now you got it. Now, whenever I
Yes.
click this button, I need to track, hey, which element I am tracking, which element I am clicking into. So, for a
Yeah.
command button, it just do a command saying that it just go forward, but it will not carry any information from the page.
Yeah.
Here we can use a functionality called action support. We can use this, functionality called params, apex param. So we can pass hidden parameters, hidden arguments. Like as I said, what is query strings? What is query
Sorry.
string? In the URL, if you pass question mark, ID equal to, these are query strings, right?
Yeah.
If
Parameters.
yeah, that is from a URL to Apex class. Now, if I want to pass Apex pages to, this one, then I need to use Apex param
Well.
tag.
Okay.
Param means parameter. In these
Okay.
two things, you will be having name field is nothing but SSC ID. Value is nothing but your unique value here. What is your unique value? Item dot ID is your unique value.
Yeah.
When it comes to action, I already created action called selected account.
Okay.
Selected account.
Account. So this item so
Item
that's Elias name.
where
Okay.
it's a for loop. Here we define item
Well.
equal to where. We have
Okay.
values
Yeah.
of accounts and variable is item.
Item. Yeah. Got it.
If I click Salesforce, what happening? Entire page is blinking, right?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening for me. So I have to render the page instead of reloading the page. So for that,
Okay.
you need to define ID at a form level, FM. Now, whenever I click a command, I need to re-render. I need to re-render only that form tag, re-rendered that element. How many elements? If you have more IDs that to pass, then you need to use comma and then the other element name. That's it.
Okay.
If I click now, it will just refresh here only. It will not blink your page anymore.
Okay.
Reloading of a page will not gonna occur.
Okay.
Now let's go to the controller. Now I need to read my account ID. What is my account ID here? I am passing my SSA ID. Now I need to
Yeah.
read this value here. String SSC ID underscore str equal to apex pages dot current page dot get parameter dot get. I don't know the syntax, but somehow I'll correct it.
Okay.
Apex page is apex page dot current page dot get parameters apex page. I don't know the spelling for this. Apex page dot current page dot apex page dot current page dot get okay. Current page also I provided. Okay. Method does not exist. Dot get only correct parameters. Apex pages dot current current page. current ent get parameters. Dot get SSID apex page. Apex pages. Sorry, this S is missing. Always I had a problem from the day one. ID ACC ID equal to ID dot value of, I'm typecasting it, okay? Whatever data you are passing from, you there? Hello? Hello? So now what I'll do, I'll query my data, account selected equal to
Hello.
hello. ఇక్కడ ఎస్ మిస్ అయిందండి ఇందాక.
Okay. Internet issue actually. Disconnect అయింది.
So always from day one I had a problem. Rating.
Yeah.
From account where ID equal to ACC ID.
Yeah. So we are getting ACC ID from the visual force where if we click that, so we are getting that ID and we are passing here.
Exactly. So let's say another variable I'll define, public boolean show get set.
Yeah.
Show equal to true, public void go back show equal to false. So what I'm trying to do now, if I click Salesforce, then it will come up. If I click Salesforce, then it will come up. I'll show you whether it is working or not working. I'll say system.debug. System.debug. Selected account ID. ACC ID underscore str. Okay. Let me go to the developer console. Whenever you are developing anything, if you open developer console, it would be easy. Keep everything in the logs and then refresh it.
Yeah.
You got log, right? Recorded.
Yes.
So here in my case, I don't have anything. Method is not loaded yet. Now what I'll do, I'll click on Salesforce. Now I need to get that ID. I clicked it, log generated. selected account, right?
Yeah.
Whether this is correct or wrong, we need to check. I selected Salesforce in my case. I'm just opening that ID directly, so it's opening Salesforce. It means that whatever we are selecting, it is capturing accurately, isn't it?
Actually, yeah. Yes.
This is one of the most important question in the panel, the one we are discussing now. Action Apex Param tag.
ఓకే. సో అపెక్స్‌లో అంటే అలర్ట్ మెసేజ్ ఇప్పుడు స్క్రిప్ట్ రాసుకున్నప్పుడు మనకి అలర్ట్ మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది కదండీ! కానీ అపెక్స్‌లో మనం సిస్టమ్ డాట్ ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా! బట్ అది లాగ్‌లోకెళ్ళే చూసుకోవాలా మనము?
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అక్కడే
అంటే
చూసుకోవాలి,
అలర్ట్
ఇంకెక్కడా కనపడదు. మీ సి షాప్లో అయితే కోడ్ డిబగర్ అయ్యి పెట్టుకుని ఎక్కడంటే అక్కడ వస్తుంది కదా.
యాహ్!
ఇక్కడ అదంతా లేదు,
యాహ్! యాహ్!
డైరెక్ట్గా లాగ్స్కి వెళ్ళాలి, తప్పదు.
ఓకే.
ఓన్లీ వే, దట్స్ ఇట్.
సో డీబగ్ పాయింట్స్ అలా పెట్టుకోవడానికి కూడా ఉండదు.
లే అస్సలు బ్రేక్ పాయింట్స్ ఏముండదు.
ఓకే. ఒకవేళ force.com ఐడీ అది ప్లగిన్ ఉంది కదా! అది యూజ్ చేసుకున్నా కానీ మనం డీబగ్ చేయలేమా?
అది ఓన్లీ కోడ్ రాసేదానికి. అగైన్ లాగ్స్ అన్ని ఇక్కడికే రావాలి, సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ లోపలికే.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
సో నథింగ్ యూ కెన్ డూ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్. కోడ్ రాసి మళ్ళీ డిప్లాయ్ మెటాడేటా ఏపీఐ యూజ్ చేసి డిప్లాయ్ చేయడం తప్పితే విల్ నాట్, ఐ మీన్ జస్ట్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ వస్తుంది అంతే ఆఫ్లైన్ అంటే. అంతకంటే కానీ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కాదు.
ఓకే.
విత్ ఇన్ ద సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయితే లాగ్స్ రికార్డ్ అవుతాయి, ఇంకేం కనపడవు, బ్రేక్ పాయింట్స్ రావు.
ఓకే.
Alright. So now the other issue, okay, impact and everything. Now, even if I selected my rating, then also I need to do that such functionality, okay?
Yeah.
I need to call, even if I click on this rating, I need to call my function. There we use Apex. Directly we called saying that, directly we called this one. Now I'll not do direct call, I'll do a different way. Apex column.
Okay.
Apex output field value header gone, so we need to have a facet.
Yeah.
So we are having a facet, header equal to rating. Now generally if I click mouse over, then it need to display, it need to saying that, hey, you are about to call this function.
Okay.
Let's say, let me write a script for this. Okay, I'll write a script now.
Yeah.
Rating function rating over. That day is actually good. Instead of these brackets, everything we written.
Yeah.
Okay, let's randomly. So for input or outfield fields, we have a concept called on
click mouse. Oh yeah.
On click, let's say in our case. One minute. Apex output field, right? Output field. What are the events we have here? Value label dash tail link. Okay. Output text. Oh, when they don't have events. will do output, right? Okay. Control Z. Okay. Now we are getting the value. I mean, whenever I'm clicking, I'm getting this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the issue comes. I wanted to call my server action where a function doesn't have a method called action. Okay, it doesn't have a support. It doesn't support action. Action is only for Apex command link or a button.
Yeah.
Now I need to call by passing a data. Let's say I'm passing even my values here in this one item dot rating. You need to pass within the single quote. Let's say here rat, and we'll see whether which rating is selected. Okay, save.
Okay.
Wow, isn't it? We are getting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So instead of rat, what I will pass? AID.
Okay.
So here we are checking, we are getting the proper data or it. So if I click, so we are passing ID. Now this
ID.
ID you need to pass down to the same method. The same
Epic.
method. But
Method.
unfortunately, we'll not able to call our action Apex action methods. I mean Apex methods through anchor tag. So we are calling JavaScript. JavaScript is ability to call action function. There is a function called action function. Apex
Okay.
action function name selected ACC. Instead of closing here, you can do close in the next tag.
Okay.
Action function.
Function.
Here you can say action equal to your method name. And the action function is actually having a parameter Apex param value name. Name is ACC ID. You have to give the same name again. That need to be mandatory. Name should be mandatory. ACC ID. Okay. Now what happened? Now you can call your action function directly from here. You can see. And if you have more than 2 parameters, let's say if I have 10 parameters, like this, I have another parameter within the tag. So whatever the order you will pass, that order will be assigned automatically.
Okay.
So in our case, we have only one AID semicolon. So what happened? With the name itself, you can call your action function. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before clicking anything, I'll go here. I'll open this log. Okay. If I click anything, if I click here, then system.debug need to come. That's what we are expecting. If I click, if this method is called successfully, it means that system.debug need to come, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So it got executed.
Yeah.
Argument cannot be null.
Oh.
Null pointer exception.
Oh.
Where in the expression selected accounts.
Value. Oh, we are getting value from. Okay.
Control Z. What argument cannot be null? System dot okay. ID is going blank.
Contact is null.
Why null? Yeah, it is. Selected yes, see, it means that it is calling, but param is going blank.
Yeah, because you're passing empty.
But it need to be assigned. That was the expectation.
Okay.
Affix action function. Immediate namespace rendered on complete. Focus. Let's say.
Thanks.
On click. Method on JavaScript. Yes. Okay. Where is method on JavaScript script tag? Control. Okay. Action function name. Okay. Name assigned to value is blank. Still, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
I come. How come this is giving ID null? Whenever passing, I'm clicking. Whenever, let's say, if I'm clicking here, I'm getting ID. Argument cannot be null. Why an argument cannot be null? How to pass parameter param affix function from JavaScript. It's as same as the alignment will happen always this way. Don't know. Script document.get element parameter function. Same. They are also doing the same align dot value. They're getting a value and they're passing. That's it. What we are doing is also same. ID is the one is missing. Accessing ID underscore. Null pointer exception account display. Why this is line number 30 argument selected is this here. Account display argument cannot be null. The first thing is that why it is null. I'm selecting my active, but still, what he is doing. They have a method and they just dot value, and then they're passing down to the interview. Action support name, and then action they are passing in the name tag. That's it, done. After calling this, warm. If I select, now I had an ID where AID equal to, sorry, ACC equal to AID alert ACC ACC. This is not it. But ideally this is not it. The one I am doing is not the one I wanted to do always. Public string get set. Public string get set. Argument cannot be. There is a issue in my code only, or code I don't know, but this is not working as expected. Generally it doesn't create any problem. Whatever the data we are passing from here with the augmented, it will assign directly to the param tag. The action support will call
Okay.
re-rendered. I mean I'm missing this. Hurry, yaar, it is because of
I think.
re-rendered.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, it's working now.
It is because of re-rendered.
Re-rendered.
Wow. We got it. एक मिनट पूरा टेंशन दे दिया मेरे को. I was really surprised that why it is not working. Now we are calling our action function through a JavaScript, right? అలా
Yes.
కాకుండా మనకి మల్టిపుల్ పారామీటర్స్ ఉన్నాయంటే ఆ పారామీటర్స్ కి డేటా మనం ఏ ఆర్డర్లో ఇక్కడ ఇస్తామో ఆ ఆర్డర్లో అసైన్ అయిపోద్ది. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ రీరెండర్ అనేది ఆ పేజ్. ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైతే నేను ఈ అకౌంట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాను, జనరలీ దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ బ్యాడ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అండి. ఇలా అన్ని పారామీటర్లు అంటే ఒక్కొక్క పారామీటర్ ఒక వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటూ పోలేం కదా. బెటర్ నాట్ టు డూ దట్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైతే నేను ఈ అకౌంట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తానో ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఈ టేబుల్ హైడ్ అయిపోయి ఐ నీడ్ టు గెట్ మై అకౌంట్ డీటెయిల్ పేజ్. Okay, I need to get my account details page.
Account detail. Yeah.
ఇక్కడ పేజ్ బ్లాక్ టేబుల్ ఉంది కదా, రీరెండెడ్ అని ఉంటుందండి.
Re-render.
షో అని ఉంది కదా మనకి.
Yeah.
అది కానీ షో ఫాల్స్ అయితే మాత్రమే నేను చూపించాలి. షో
Okay.
ఫాల్స్ అంటే నాట్ ఆఫ్ ట్రూ అంటే అప్పుడు చూపించాలి. నాట్ ఆఫ్ ట్రూవే కదా ఇది.
Okay. Yeah.
లెట్స్ సే
Yeah.
ఐ విల్ క్రియేట్ అనదర్ వన్. అఫిక్స్ detail. Detail is the one thing that you'll get always.
Yeah.
Apex detail, inline edit, on complete, rendered, show chapter. Apex detail will work only for standard things. Apex page block section title account selected rendered show, right? If it is true, then I need to
Yeah.
display. I'll display two buttons, Apex command link value go back the action. We have an action method which I'm making it to false, right? Go back.
Yeah.
Go back in a sense from this page to the previous page.
Previous page. Yeah.
Re-rendered FM. And I can say Apex output field value. I don't do much here. I'll display only one field. Anyway, you have selected accounts. You can use the multiple columns. Dot name. So what I'll do, if I click here, account name, we got it, right? Account selected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go back. If I even click here, it is coming. It is actually not loading an entire page, right?
Yes.
So this is how we can able to manage. I mean, we can switch. Generally, it looks like a different pages again.
Yeah.
But
sorry. So I mean, like generally, like for edits also we can use, right? For grid pages, like if we click edit, we can.
That is what we do in real time. If we click edit, all the input fields will show. I mean, rendered equal to true, output fields equal to false. If I go back to save, it will make that edit mode equal to false, which is output field will come up, input fields will not come up.
Yeah.
Toggle condition. Clear. Here we need to observe two things. One, we are passing a parameters. The other one, we are also calling the method through a JavaScript,
Yeah.
using Actionfunction.
Yeah.
Okay, let me call in a different way. Even if I click rating, again, if I click phone also, I need to do that. Even if I click phone, then also I need to do.
Okay.
Here rating, here we have phone. Apex COLUMN. Little bit change again. I mean, there are different ways I wanted to show, that's it.
Yeah.
Account phone. Here you can see a link only. A link on rating hover something we have. So I'm using same stuff, but instead of rating hover, I'll call directly my selected accounts.
Okay.
I'll call directly my
selected accounts.
Selected SCC method by passing an argument.
Yeah.
That's it. Which is also allowed.
Yeah.
So, but how JavaScript is working as with a JavaScript events. JavaScript is working with a JavaScript
Java.
events.
Yeah.
Sorry, action function is working with a JavaScript events. Either you can call
Okay.
your JavaScript and then call it, or else you can also directly invoke your action functions whenever you need it.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Let's say I have another field called phone, and then what is account type we have, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to enter it right away.
So this one is pick list.
This one is
No.
pick list. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We are getting this error because we never queried that field here.
Yeah.
Type. Oh, here we have type. Let's say type not equal to null. That's what I'll write a condition for now. Where type not equal to this one. You got type. On click of type, then also I need to do. But in this case, I don't want to do normally. I have to use output field only. Apex
Okay.
output field value item dot type.
ID.
Type.
Oh, sorry. Type.
Now the only problem here is that before we saw, right, there is no JavaScript events.
Yeah.
In output field, we saw that there is no JavaScript events, isn't it? There is no events.
Yeah.
If some field have no JavaScript, ఏదైనా field కానీ JavaScript events కానీ events లేకపోతే will take advantage of output action function.
Okay.
Action support, sorry, output action support.
What?
Apex action
Output.
support. This is output field, so we are using a function called action support. Event, we can say
Okay.
on mouse over. I don't know these syntaxes again. JavaScript mouse events. I mean list, they will give mouse events. On mouse over or mouse in, mouse out, something you will get it right.
Yeah.
Alt
Yeah.
key, on flick or mouse down, on mouse over. Spellings are important. Copy. I'm very bad. On mouse over. Event on mouse
Yeah.
over. Action. Action. You can call your actions. Selected account. No. Action is selected account only, isn't it?
Yeah.
And re-rendered equal to fm. Instead of closing one, you need to pass a argument from here also again. Then only you will get there, right? Action support. In this, what is the argument here? Param tag as same as like this. That's it.
Okay.
Here assign to is not needed. I don't know why assign to is there still. Assign to is not needed.
I think we did not pass that exclamation in action.
Okay, okay. Event on mouse. On mouse. On click on values. I don't know.
Clicking.
It's not clickable. Event action support output field. Interesting. I mean, okay, let's say control V. Instead of output, for this I'll say input. Okay, input. You got it right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somewhere there is a click is not enabled, so we need to handle that click. That's it. This
Okay.
I'm saying that on change. Whenever I change the value, then I'm saying that move it.
Okay.
Clear? So we have two ways
Yeah.
that you can do, either with the actions function. I mean, if there is no event, if our input fields also you don't have a mouse events, or whenever I
Yeah.
change my value, whenever I'm searching something, if I need to call my action from, I mean, Apex actions, then I need to use my action support. If I
So
want to call something from a JavaScript, then I need to use action function.
action function.
Okay. Now let's say I'm creating one field here inside Apex page, inside Apex form I'm creating Apex input input text. Okay, let's say uh, I'll use Apex input field only. Okay, Apex
Okay.
input field. Here we have another yeah, I mean just a dummy, nothing to do with the function. Account
Okay.
dot name is a mandatory field, right? So
Yeah.
value account dot name, which is a
Okay.
required field, but at a page level everything is optional. Alright. Inside Apex page block. Okay. Now this is required field, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's say if I click anywhere, it is asking to enter a value. But to be frank, is something to do with this input field on click of this button? No, right?
No. Nothing. Yeah, we
So
cannot do it.
if we want to perform actions, I mean instantly, then you need to use immediate equal to true.
Okay.
Immediate equal to true means it will skip all the required fields and it will go in. Okay, still, how we are calling this? Okay, in this case we are using command button rendered, sorry, immediate
Immediate.
true. So we can go back, isn't it?
Okay.
Unit
Yeah.
oil and gas, it is showing up everything. But unfortunately, what we can do here, this is immediate equal to true is one way. I don't want to do immediate equal to true.
Okay.
One case I am doing immediate equal to true. If I click my account phone, then I don't want to do immediate equal to true in Apex function. What we can do here is, we can make as a reason this action is just limited to this page, not for everything. So what you can do, you can define your table within the Apex action reason. Apex
Okay.
action
Action reason.
region. So now whatever actions you will gonna perform within this region, it will check only within that region components. It will not go outside.
Okay.
Whatever you click, this is limited within the boundaries.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, 1 minute. Interesting factor. Still, it is action reason only. Here, action reason. Action reason. Okay, I'm trying to re-render the same F1. Let me do one thing. Control X. Instead of page block, ID PB PB page block. Apex action reason immediate equal to true PB. Re-rendered PB action function. So action reason this page is not supporting. Action reason is not supporting for this. We need to structure it little more.
Okay.
So action reason means if such cases will use action reason, but unfortunately in the real time development it's not a good idea to use action reasons.
Okay.
Why? Because whatever the values you are changing here, it will not going to register in your components.
Okay.
Whatever value you updated, system will never get to know that what type of value is changed. Action reason. So it will not. If I change anything here, it actually is. The Apex controller will get to know what is the new value always. If I do something
Okay.
within the action reason, Apex function will not never get to know because action reason actions will never reach Apex methods.
Yeah.
So we don't use. We generally go with immediate equal to true.
Okay.
If we use immediate equal to true, it never check the required fields in the page layout. It just goes on. That's it.
Okay.
Clear?
Yep.
So what we saw today, that is important.